Say again? Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. This is MJ Graham. Joining me is Scotty Ramsey with his inaugural appearance in the booth this afternoon. It is a Frost Day Sunday, and we've got some great basketball coming your way. Our Niagara Knights are going to be facing off against the Canadore Panthers, who are looking for their first win of the season. A little bit late, but hey, never late, better late than never. Whereas the Knights are looking to extend their win streak to 3 games and make a strong push in for the playoffs. One of the keys to victory this evening for the Knights is going to be Noah Lee, who's been on a hot streak the last couple games and was, in fact, Niagara College's Player of the Week this past week. Conversely, for the Panthers, they're going to be looking for a lot of scoring out of their leading scorer, Royal Egbonkhan, 6'5" forward out of Scarborough. In a couple of minutes, we're going to be having the national anthem, so sit tight for that. Scotty, do you have anything you're looking forward to this game?
I'm just hoping that the Knights don't fall into that classic trap game card from the Panthers. You know, 0-12, they might overlook them come the playoffs are coming up. I just hope they stay focused on the task ahead and deal with the Panthers tonight.
Great point, Scotty. Sometimes a team looking for any win at the end of the season can be a very dangerous team at that.
Indeed, they can.
So the Knights are going to not want to overlook the Panthers, who are hungry for that first win, possibly only win of the season. Starting today for the Knights, we're going to have our starters called out in a little bit. Not a whole lot of lineup change this evening, although out for the Knights is still Isaiah Benam. Conversely, out for the Panthers aren't going to be missing Tyrone Johnson this afternoon and Alvin Lay. Right now, you're taking a little peek at the Panthers bench as they get ready to start things for the afternoon. Having a little huddle up with Coach Stephen Hong, getting themselves ready. Knights are just about to do the same. And one thing that's interesting to note for the Panthers is that although they have the lowest points against, they're not quite as bad in points for. And I believe now it is time for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able and remove your hats for the playing of O Canada. Number 2, Miles Barth. Number 5, Levi Coons. Number 9, Woodley Seamay. And number 14, Royal Abel Khan. The men's head coach is Stephen Hall. Everybody, get ready to make some noise. Here they are, the starting lineup of your Niagara Knights. Number 1, Skylar Samuel. Number 2, Kaden Moore. Number 3, Chris Stan. Number 4, Joseph Buckley. And number 10, Nicholas Sealy. The head coach for the men is Quan Hilton.
And with the introduction, we're just about to get things started. Tip-off about to commence.
Don't normally see star players taking the tip off.
And the Panthers take the tip-off. Panthers looking to make a quick strike early on in the game. And the ball is out of bounds, and it is still Panther ball.
Some nice active defense from the Knights at the start of this game.
The Knights have had a pretty good season defensively. The only thing they really struggle with is sometimes they like to gamble a little too strong on those passing lanes. That is Royal Bahan, the leading scorer for the Panthers, making his presence felt quick and early.
That was some good defense, just some better offense there.
Got Joseph Buckley, bring the ball to the floor. Looking for the screen. Looking for another screen. Tosses into span. Samuel. Buckley puts it up. And Samuel right there to clean things up. And difference in Beghang. He loves cleaning up those boards and getting those hustle points. Responding for the Knights. O'Connell back to bring it up the floor. Passes it off to Barth, who passes it off to Erbahan. Seamay drives, can't get it to drop. And the Knights, sorry, Scotty, go for it.
Buckley moving his feet really well there.
Samuel in the corner, cannot get a drop. Scotty, one thing the Knights have had a bit of difficulty with during the season is sometimes they go a little bit cold on their 3 points, which can be tough for them to come back from at times.
Yeah, when you keep jacking up threes like that, it's kind of hard to come back from if they're not falling.
Span, taking him to the bucket. Strong move, picks up the foul. And he will be going to the line.
Canadore, number 1.
That was a really good find there for Moore.
Moore with some great court vision on that one.
This Knights team seems to be at their best when they're playing downhill.
They do like to get out and run, which has been both a blessing and a curse at times. There's times during the season when they've been a little too reliant on it, which has led to some transition turnovers that they do not appreciate seeing. Panthers back on offense. Shot is up. It is not good. Knights corral it. K2 bringing it up the floor, slowing things down. Passes it off to Buckley. Buckley calling for a screen. Benhay comes up to give it. Caden manages to get his own rebound. Chris Span from the corner. 3 does not drop, but the Knights corral it once more.
Not a lot of hustle out of the Panthers so far.
Caden with a strong move. Chris Span, 2 in a row. Makes the bucket, gets some contact, picks up the foul once more. Second time to the line, Panthers' second foul. Looks like he might have gotten a little clipped on the noggin, but he looks okay.
The Knights really showing what happens when you hustle for those offensive boards.
We got Kajon White checking in for the Panthers. And that ball appears to be, it is still the Knights ball, out Panthers.
See, he had one person in the key for that foul shot, and that one guy kept the possession. Just out hustling everyone on the court for Canadore right now.
Moore to inbound. Gets it to Span. Span puts it up. And that one drops. Span. Heating up from downtown.
Nice quick trigger on that pull. Nice elevation.
Nice for their first tray of the game. Got Kajon White at the top. Struggles there for a second. Great defense by Samuel. And that is Egbakan making a drop. Knights to inbound. And for viewers at home, that was an offensive foul, if you're wondering what happened just there. Got Buckley at the top of the key. Swings it to Span. Span's feeling it.
Yeah, that was a heat check pull right there.
I would agree. Big Benhay looking to drive the lane a little bit. Big presence.
Oh, some bully ball right now. There we go.
Gets to drop, sticks with it. Benhay real tough to corral down in the post.
I was wondering when he was going to use his size. He's got a big size advantage down low. They just got to keep feeding him.
And often he also has a hustle advantage, which is not necessarily something you can teach.
No, definitely not.
We've got our first timeout of the game. Coach Stephen Hong of the Panthers not liking what he sees on the floor, nor should he. It's 12-2 for the Panthers, who have been struggling this first quarter so far. Nice looking to maintain this momentum going forward. Scotty, what stands out to you so far?
Just the hustle. Just that one possession, they had 4, maybe 5 offensive boards, and then after the and one miss on the free throw, got the possession again, 1-on-3. Just a lack of hustle from the Panthers so far, or just extra hustle from the Knights. I don't know which one it is, but maybe a combination, but just the hustle difference is the score difference at this point. That's really what it is.
To quote Abe Simpson, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yes, definitely.
One thing of concern for the Knights is they've been trying to put up a bunch of threes so far. I think only one has dropped. Only Span's the only one who's got one to drop so far. So they might want to reconsider some of those threes for the next little bit before they get some rhythm going.
I would definitely recommend getting it into Igbinhe in the post. Just that size difference to me is just so massive.
Panthers inbound.
Nice full court press.
Knights applying some defensive pressure. Samuel took a misstep. 4. Panthers get the rebound. And the Knights pick up the next rebound. Samuel pushing it up the floor.
There you go. There you go. That's nice, sir.
Little floater doesn't drop. And it appears that there was some contact in the paint. We've got a Panther player. Might have a little more contact than you would appreciate. Gonna take a moment.
Kind of a late foul call there.
That was not an immediate whistle on the play. That one came after the fact. And we're gonna take a moment just to get the Panthers player looked after. Taking a look right there, Chris Span, who's been hot so far earlier on in this game. And it appears though the Panther player is okay. Love to see that. Panthers to inbound. Knights once again. Oh, wow. Knights applying some inbound pressure, and it works. Steal right from Samuel.
Great job to get out of those 3 players in the key there by Moore.
Samuel, a tough look. Gets the foul.
That was a great take, great strong finish there.
Another steal from the Knights.
Oh,
Buckley takes it to the rack.
Buckley, he's a shifty player. He's got a lot of wiggle.
Open 3 from the corner for the Panthers. It drops. That is Levi Combs with the tray.
Maybe a little momentum starter for the Panthers there.
Ill-advised pass from the Knights. We see a turnover. Panthers push up the floor. Balcon drops it off. And we've got a foul on the Knights, I believe. And I believe that is Keyshawn White picking up the foul, going to the line. Looking for his first points of the game. Noah Lee checking into the game.
He's going to be a player to watch today, in my opinion. He's been on a hot streak lately.
He has had a good couple of games in a row, and he was the Knights Player of the Week last week, so we'll look and see if he continues his great offensive production. Carter Brown also making his way into the game for the first time.
It's like having a sixth starter come off your bench. When you have someone like that, it's just invaluable.
Always appreciate that innocent offense off the bench. Brown bringing it up the floor. Now pushing things. Van Hay at the top of the key with the ball, on top of the arc with the ball. Buckley driving. Ooh, looks like that might have been clipped by one of the Panthers players.
That was a nice block by White.
Panthers. White drives the lane. It drops.
Some defense to offense for White there.
Brown bringing up the floor again. And once again, not pushing the pace too strongly. We got Buckley. Swings it to Lee. Lee drives, does a little spin move. Does not drop.
That was a good little move, though.
That is one of his signatures. Panthers with the bucket from Chenda.
Looks like.
And Coach Laquan not enjoying what he's seen. A moment ago, it was the Knights were up by more than 10. And the Panthers have closed it to a 6-point game, a 2-possession game. So Coach Hilton going to discuss things with his troops, see if he can't reset, get them a little bit back readjusted. But overall, the Knights have had a pretty good start to this quarter, although their offense has slowed down a little bit from the beginning. So we'll see if they can get that back going at a rhythm they appreciate. Panthers, if you're the Panthers, this is a good sign for you, considering how much they struggled with their offense early on. They were stuck at 2 points for a hot minute.
Yeah, that short corner three, you could tell really set things going for them. And then you could tell for Niagara, after the Panthers hit that three, you could tell they wanted to press afterwards, and then the Panthers got that quick steal, and then it just went downhill from there. It was a good timeout call from the Knights.
And this is what we were discussing a little bit earlier. The Knights sometimes a little trigger happy, a little happy to put up those threes early and often, as opposed to swinging the ball and maybe getting some inside looks, or getting some looks on the inside that they can kick out. So we'll see if they adjust for that, or if they keep trying for those threes.
Definitely, in my opinion, they should definitely try to slow it down, run some sets, try to get it inside, play inside-out basketball.
Knights to inbound. We got Lee with the inbound. They'll be joined by Carter Brown, who did bring up the floor the last little bit. Looks for the screen from Noah. Swings it to Fisher. Fisher hands it off to Buckley. There is a mishandle right there. Ball, though, still for the Knights.
Niagara lucky to keep that one.
Yeah, not a clean handoff there. Samuel to inbound. Finds Buckley in the corner. Buckley puts up a tray. A little bit short. Knights get the rebound. And that rebound is quickly stolen. Good defensive hands from the Panthers. Royal, driving the lane, contact, gets the foul. Not surprising considering he's their leading scorer for the season. Not a player who's afraid to make an attack.
Yeah, it was a good strong take and just caught Lee out of position there.
Buckley checks out of the game. Moore checks back in. Got one of the more unique lineups. Haven't seen this lineup in a minute for the Knights. First bucket drops for Boncon. Looking to make his second. He's off to a quick start so far, down in the paint. Second drop, a little bit of a rattle there. Brown inbound. Long pass, Moore. Moore pushes. Drops it off to Samuel. Samuel lays it in.
Nice look for Moore, throws the defender in midair there.
Knights a little slow getting back on defense, and they pick up an ill-advised foul. And that will be a shooting foul, so Shenda going to the line. Scotty, now if you're the Knights, you'd prefer to pick up the charge there, not pick up the bad transition foul.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if you're the Knights, you want to get out and run, but also you don't want it to turn into a track meet. You gotta, once you get that nice transition bucket, you gotta stop the ball before it crosses half, or you get transition coming back your way.
And Shenda splits the difference with the free throws. One drops, one does not. Lee to bring the ball to the floor, gives it back to Moore. Moore gets doubled, drops it off to Brown. Brown's got a bunch of players putting their hands up. Samuel from the corner, it drops.
Nice drop from Samuel.
Panthers looking to push things back the other way. Sime trying to steal the ball back. I think we're gonna have a jump ball. Sime, perhaps a little incensed.
Getting a little chippy there.
So far, this has been a very clean game in that respect. More to inbound.
Panthers in a 3-2 full court zone press now.
Lee bringing it up the floor. Looking to set things up. Wants a screen for Moore, gets it. Drives, pulls back. Drops I think that was a tray.
Yes, indeed it was. Noah Lee keeping up with his hot few games.
Sime going for the response. And that one sadly did not make rim. Knights now to inbound. Off the miss from Sime. We've got Brown on the inbound. To Lee. Lee gives it back to Brown. Brown gets a screen from Lee. Gives it to Lee. Lee drives, spins. Moore in the corner. 4-3 does not drop. Somebody might have gotten a hand on that one. Panthers pushing. And we got that to drop from Longo.
That was a nice move.
Nice little step. Noah wide open. Ooh, does not drop, sadly. Good look, though.
Was that a case of being too wide open there?
Panthers put up the three, and that is Shenda, the three. Samuel.
With this 3-2 zone, you got to find the gaps here.
That you do. Work smart, not hard. Brown gets the ball, hands it off to Samuel, gets the screen from Fisher. Doesn't, swings it. We got Moore in the corner, driving. Moore kicks it out. Samuel with a three. That one drops.
Samuel heating up.
I mentioned before, the Knights are not a team that's shy when it comes to threes. Those three dropping, which makes life real easy for the Knights right now. Ball gets fumbled. Knights recover. Lee does not get it to drop, but he does get fouled.
That nice defense to offense that the Knights love so much. Quick steal, quick push and transition.
Number 8, Jonathan Ticienda. Coming in for Canadore, number 5.
Noah Lee goes to the line.
12.
Looking to add to his points for the evening. The Knights having a real good game so far as percentage so far. They got 7 of 17.
Yeah.
Panthers bring up the floor. Down by 9. Ball gets swung to Menda. Menda loses it.
This defense is suffocating from Niagara tonight.
I think Samuel was going for a foul there, but couldn't get the drop, couldn't get the foul either. Panthers push it back up the floor. White swings it out to Menda.
The Knights in a zone now as well.
And we got a corner tray coming. Menda can't get a drop. There is foul on the play.
Little push going for that rebound.
Don't believe that was a shooting foul.
Coming in for Niagara, number 3, number 10, and number 5.
But they are in bonus.
I am incorrect. That was a shooting foul. Combs to the line. Does not drop. Looking to split the difference here. That one drops. 1 for 2. Panthers. Oh, ill-advised pass, but works out for the Knights. Ben Hay, strong to the rack. Can't get to drop. Panthers looking to push the opposite direction. Drop-off pass. And Menda gets it to drop. Nice little power dribble right there.
And then some good patience to wait for the defender to jump by.
Noah Lee takes it to the rack. Drops. Panthers pressing once more. Menda from the corner. Swing and a miss on that one. Lee bringing it back up the floor. Once again, another long pass that I would not recommend. Knights slowing things down. Got Mesidor at the top of the arc. Drives. Puts up a floater. Doesn't drop. Knights recover. Lee had to jack it up. Does not drop. End of quarter. Scotty, what do you think so far for the Knights?
Great defensive pressure, but just some questionable offensive decisions as of late. The lead could be a lot bigger if they just clean up the sloppy offensive play, in my opinion.
Yeah, Scotty, the Knights have, throughout the season, struggled sometimes on offense. They've been real up and down. Sometimes they get real hot, sometimes they get real cold. Going into the playoffs, hopefully they'd probably like to get a little more consistency and make a strong playoff push. Knights currently sitting at 7th in the standings as of right now. If the playoffs were to start today, they would be facing off against Georgian. Above Niagara is Fanshawe and Conestoga at 7 and 8, both of them respectively, as opposed to the Niagara 6 and 8. Now, if Niagara won the next 2 games, and Conestoga and Fanshawe both lost both of their next 2 games, they might be able to leapfrog in the standings and make their way all up to number 5 in the standings. But that's a long way away, and that's a big ask, as though both teams are no slouches. Both teams just about even, one shy of 500 for the season. And so far in this game, the real story's been the Knights shooting, which has been at times really good. In the early going, it was a little cold, but so far they've managed to go on the uptick. They are 8 of 18 from the field, compared to Canadore's 4 and 9.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but all the threes that they've hit haven't been in transition. They've all been inside out, working into the paint, finding the open man. That's when I feel like their shooting is at its best, not when they're just hunting for a three. It's got to come organically.
2 numbers that really tell the tale of the Knights game so far. They've got 10 total rebounds and 14 points in the paint. And as we've discussed many a time over the course of the season, getting those boards can make or break a team.
Oh, definitely.
We are just about to get the second quarter underway. Panthers to inbound. We got Sime about to inbound. On the floor for the Knights, we got Mesidor, Span, Buckley, Igbenhay, and more. Panthers only down by 8, down by 3 possessions. Lee, top of the key, looking to swing things. Drops it inside. Knights battling down in the paint. Recover a dangerous pass. And that is as clear a foul as I've seen in a minute.
Definitely a foul, but those long court passes.
The Knights really enjoy those long court passes, and every time they throw one of those, one's heart pauses just a moment because about a third of them do not work out. We got Mesidor going to the line, looking to make his first 2. First one does not drop.
Not enough legs on that one.
Second one does. Knights not choosing to press full court currently. Will that be changed in the future? Lay drops it into Boncon. Boncon tries to get something to work, does not. White swings it to Lay. Lay throws it back inside. It is picked off. Knights almost throw it away. Span did not know what to do with that one.
Even the short transition passes are they just need to clean up the passing game.
It appeared to me as though he jumped with the idea of passing before knowing who he was passing to, and then realized he didn't have any great looks mid-air.
You never do that. That's one of the cardinal sins of basketball right there.
Buckley at the top of the arc. More drives, gets a bit of contact. Swings it back out to Span. Span swings it to Mesidor, I believe.
Three-pointer by number 5, Stephen Shaw McDowell.
Lay brings it up the floor for the Panthers. Lay to White. White steps back. That trade is not dropped for him. Moore corrals the rebound.
Good shot contest from Igbinhe there.
Mesidor thought about having a big pass, but declined. Buckley swings it to Mesidor. Mesidor, I think, was looking for a screen, but did not ultimately get one.
Buckley wanted that ball back.
Moore drives, hands it off to Span. Span, it's good.
Chris Span.
That brings Span up to 10 points, or 8 points for the game. And we're going to take a look at that coming up right now on replay. Moore hands it off, drives, swings it back to Span. It's been hot all evening. Span without hesitation, puts it up. Clean bucket, no rim.
That's what I like to see. No pump fake, no hesitation, just grip it and rip it.
Span, the leading scorer for the Knights so far this game. Now, last home game, he had a bit of foul trouble. He fouled out early in the fourth. He was unhappy with that. So not only is he having a great game offensively, he's also staying out of foul trouble this game. And in general, this has been a real clean quarter. Only one foul so far on the Panthers as we take a look at the Knights huddle. Coach Hilton discussing things with his troops.
Got to keep this defensive intensity up. That's what's allowing them to build this lead. It starts with that. They've done a great job so far. Just got to keep it up.
Knights 6 of 14 from downtown, which is a great percentage for the afternoon.
Anybody would take that percentage.
White brings it up the floor, throws it in a Boncon. Ball gets thrown away. Nice push. Moore pauses, sends it to Mesidor. Back to Moore. Moore puts it up. I'm not sure if that made any contact with the rim. Knights re-corral it. Mesidor tries to get things going. Cannot get it to drop.
He's going 1-on-3 there.
No. Sorry, yes.
No one wanted to come and help him out down there. Man's working his tail off. And
a deep three from Shenda. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry, that's from Combs. My mistake.
That was from downtown.
Buckley gets the screen from Moore. Puts it up.
Ooh! Buckley answering back from the parking lot.
Knights, that cold shooting from earlier on is nowhere to be seen right now. So Knights keep connecting. Sime with the response three. That one drops. I believe his last one did not clear a rim.
It's going 3 for 3 for 3 right now.
Got a bit of a shootout going on. Buckley brings it up. Slows the pace down. Almost loses it. Barely gets to Igbinhe, who does a nice little up and under. Gets it to drop.
Igbinhe using that size, I'm telling you. It's going to be an advantage all game long.
And is not afraid to bring it to track. And that is ball off the Knights. Panthers retain possession.
Good job there, not allowing him to get the shot off.
White fixes his shoelace before inbounding. Heat check. I think his foot was on the line, though. Doesn't matter. Doesn't drop. Moore bringing the ball to the floor at a fast pace. Swings it out to Mesidor. Mesidor gets it to drop.
Again, drive and kick, drive and kick. It's been working all day long, all day long.
17-point lead right now for the Knights. Make that 50.
That was a nice take from White, just a nice, strong finish.
Mesidor with the heat check. And the heat check comes back negative.
That was indeed a heat check, just not enough legs on that one.
And transition foul against the Boncon. Lead by Mesidor.
Number 5, Stephen Noah. Coming in for Niagara,
We've got a bunch of Knights coming in. We got Noah Lee coming back in. We've got Skylar Samuel coming in, and we've got Ryan Darkwa making his first appearance of the game. So Coach Hilton perhaps looking to get a little bit of bench production, give his starters a breather going into the half.
Watching Darkwa in the warm-ups, he's got a lot of energy, got a lot of legs. Look for him to want to play above the rim in the paint.
Sorry, Scotty, go ahead.
I was gonna say I like Darkwa a lot. He's one to watch in my opinion.
Boncon gets his first to drop, the second does not, but recovered by the Panthers.
Looked like a travel there.
C-May, and that one does not drop for C-May. Lee Kai. Looks like he might have been pushed up, but referees disagree. Ball will stay with the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a questionable call there.
Panthers to inbound. Boncon.
Stepped over the line on the inbounds. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, rare mental lapse as far as the play. Lee inbounds to Buckley. Buckley bringing it up the floor.
Panthers back at a full court press.
Drops it off to Span. Cannot get the three to drop. Panthers looking to make a transition bucket. And it is thrown away, but little disagreement between the rest as to who it's off. And it appears to still be Panthers ball, so that went off at night.
That was some good hustle from Span, though, getting back to deflect that pass before he could get that easy lay-in.
Yeah, clean defense on transitions is always preferred. Three goes up, does not drop. Rack gets attacked, and I think we have a shooting foul. It appears as though we do. Both coaches taking a moment to talk to their troops while the first free throw is attempted by Shenda.
I like that. Why waste a timeout? Just get a quick word in during the first free throw.
Efficiency, yes. Use what you got when you got it.
Exactly.
Shenda gets the first one to drop.
Not sure if I saw a lot of contact on that foul call either.
And the second one also drops. Knights to inbound. Darkwa has it for a second, drops it back off for Buckley. Or sorry, Samuel. Samuel drops it off for Buckley. Buckley, taking a moment, swings it to Darkwa. Darkwa, facing some tough, he gets doubled. Swings it to Lee.
That was a nice find.
Lee can't get it to drop, but Span takes it to the rack and picks up another foul. Span having a great night getting those fouls at the rim.
It's all hustle, all hustle. He just wants it more.
Span with 11 points already this game. Misses his first free throw.
It's been a concern for the Knights these past couple games. Free throw efficiency.
You hate to give away the free points. Panthers looking to push things. Down by 13. Corner three does not connect with the rim, but the rebound is corralled by White and put back in.
Hate to see that. Have a really good defensive possession and then just don't box anybody out.
Knights pretty good on the board so far this evening. Lee shakes and bakes. Buckley almost gets that one to drop. Rims out, though.
Lee should have taken that in.
Knights get the steal. Lee to the rim.
Oh,
Looking for contact. Does not get the call, but gets the bucket.
that was nice bully ball right there. And then he gets it taken right back at him.
Yep. But I often say I'll take sometimes you just got to let things go and not commit a bad foul on a transition. That was a great example of that. Samuel at the top of the arc. Swings it to Lee. Who swings it to Span. Span thinks about it, puts it up. Little short, maybe a little too deep. Seaman comes strong down the lane, drops off to a Boncon. Boncon loses it, gets recovered by the Panthers. Combs cannot get the three to drop. Buckley almost loses his footing. Another one of those long passes, but Samuel gets it and is fouled, I believe. And I think that was a foul on White, who shows some good sportsmanship. Make sure that Samuel's okay.
Coming in for Niagara is number 2, number 10, and number 20.
And Coach Hilton making another big lineup switch. Got Benghe and Moore coming back in, along with Brown. Got some good bench production that last little while. First bucket does not drop for Samuel.
Now, see, I've always wondered, if you know you're getting taken out if you make the free throw, do you miss on purpose?
That's a good question. Seaman to Combs, back to Seaman. Combs hit the floor. Boncon puts it up, gets fouled. Boncon, so deadly at the rim.
Just a big defensive lapse, and we got a player down for the Panthers.
Combs looks a little shaken up. Hopefully he's okay. Boncon going to the line, but not before Coach Hilton takes his last time out just to confer with his team. The Panthers down by 11 with 3:15 to go in the second. Both teams at 3 fouls. And I think the story of the game so far for the Knights has been their shooting, and specifically that of their threes, which have been pretty good overall, but there's been some extended stretches where they don't get them to drop.
That is true, yes. Now they're at 8 of 22, so the percentage has dropped a little from the mid-40s down to the mid-30s. But 36-37% is still an efficient night overall if they can keep it at that percentage.
I think the stat that really jumps out to me so far in this first half is points off of turnovers. Niagara's got 13 to Canadore's 1.
Yep, that defense to offense really starting the runs for Niagara when they have them.
And that's with, I would say, several gamble long-distance passes from the Knights that could have gone either way for them.
Gamble is an understatement. Those passes will keep me up tonight.
Boncon looking to make his free throws after that timeout. Boncon, the leading scorer on the season for the Panthers. Not this evening, though. That's Ciendia. And now he's looking to get a free throw. Does not drop. Knights make the rebound. Buckley brings up the floor, thinks about making a move. Does not, slows things down. Benghe thinks about a three. So does Brown. Puts it up. Does not drop. Panthers recover. Push. Knights managed not to make a transition foul. And that ball is off the Panthers. Brown to inbound. Good job by the Knights there getting back.
Got to get Benghe some help there when he gets that forward. He was just looking around for an outlet and no one was there for him.
Buckley puts it into Lee. Lee puts it up.
Why do you leave a guy like that wide open? I do not know.
Lee continues his great couple games in a row. Panthers throw it away, but it is off a night. So they will retain possession.
Buckley in those passing lanes yet again.
Late inbound. Gives it to a Boncon. He decides to go to work. Gets a mid-range drop. Not something you want if you're the Knights. Buckley brings it up the floor. Decides to pause. Brown with the ball. Brown trying to get some momentum, cannot. Benhay down in the paint. Puts it up, can't get it to go. Gets the rebound. Swings it to Buckley. Buckley puts it up from 3. And folks, it's a trade party, officially.
Fading away with 2 defenders coming at him. That was a shot right there.
Knights blow the defensive seal right there, but quickly recover. Benhay looking for an outlet, finds Brown. Brown swings it in to Moore, who puts it to Buckley. Buckley gets knocked down. No call, but makes the 3. 2 in a row.
Back-to-back trays for Buckley.
Nice opening up a commanding lead going into the half. Benhay with the steal. Oh. Benhay sadly does not get that one to drop. And I cannot help but think that come practice, he might hear about that from some of his teammates.
Oh yeah, he'll hear about that one. We all know he was going for the big put down and lost his foot in there a little bit, but he'll hear about that probably at halftime in the locker room. We've all been there, big man, don't worry.
Benhay capable of putting it down with the dunk, but like you said, I think he might have gotten a little tripped up there. Panthers looking to respond. I think we have a non-shooting foul. Correction. It is the bonus for the Panthers. Noah Lee with the non-shooting foul. Chris Spann getting ready to check back in.
Lee got a little handsy there on the reach in.
Knights overall, though, this afternoon have done a pretty good job of not picking up excessive fouls.
I think their defense has been their best part of the game thus far.
Free throw drops.
Coming in for Niagara, number 3.
Noah Lee checks out. Spann comes in. And the Knights have 1:12 to play with left in the half.
Look for Spann to be hovering around that three-point line, looking for
Buckley. Exploiting the defense. Those Panthers did not draw themselves into the lane for coverage. Sime swings it to Lay. Lay to Sienda. Sienda tries to drop it inside. Can't. Broken play. Panthers recover. Lay drops it off to White. Picks up the foul. And earlier on I was mentioning you don't want to pick up those bad transition fouls.
just a poor foul from Moore. Just, you're not going to get there in time. You just gave him a free shot at a point, essentially there.
Sometimes it's better to let the points go than commit the foul.
Definitely.
White with his first free throw, and it does not drop.
40 seconds left in the half.
Nice recover, looking to maybe do a 2-for-1. Big Benhay gets the ball, loses it, and it is out on the Panthers.
Panthers have really singled in on Igbinhe when he gets the ball there. They're doubling immediately.
Benhay, maybe not somebody who you want handling the ball deep in the backcourt. Shot clock reset. Couple seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Benhay comes to the screen. Buckley does not take it. Buckley swings it to Moore. Shot clock turned off. Moore with the fadeaway. Ooh, it drops.
Basket by number 2, Canadore.
Panthers looking to maybe get one final bucket for the half.
Is that Caden Moore or Luka Doncic there?
Not sure if that's a foul that Moore wanted to commit, but insofar as preventing the momentum-giving dunk from occurring, it was worth it.
That was, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one. That was definitely a foul he wanted to give there. You will want to foul 100 times out of 100 rather than getting dunked on.
Moore avoiding the poster. He will not be showing up on the sizzle reel for that one.
No Sports Center for the Panthers tonight.
Tizienda, first free throw drops. Second's also good. Knights have 2 seconds. We'll see if they put up a shot or just inbound.
Free throws really keeping the Panthers in this.
Brown attempts to get it up. Can't quite. End of half. Knights up by 16. Scotty, what are your takeaways from the first half?
Free throws would be my number one. The Knights got to work on that. Those free throws are just giving away points at the line there, and the Panthers are really keeping themselves in the game with their free throws. And then just keep that defensive intensity up, because it's the reason you have the lead in the first place. It starts with defense. Again, they're in those passing lanes, which is really nice. Make sure you box out at the end of those possessions, though. Just got to make sure you finish them off.
Now, one thing that's a real interesting stat, the Panthers are 50% shooting overall in the game, and that is predominantly because Boncon has been just efficient, if nothing else, in the paint. The Knights with 22 points in the paint to 18 for Canadore, and I think that is the key to their 50% shooting, but sadly it's not been enough. It's been too little shooting, albeit at a great percentage.
50% shooting is nice, but when the other team has 20 more shots than you, and they're also at 48%.
Another stat that jumps out at the half, the Knights have 11 assists to Canadore's 1, which shows some great teamwork on part of the Knights, some great ball movement.
And I bet you most of their threes are coming off of those 11 assists too. That inside out, pass and cut, drive and pass.
Sorry, say again? Okay, so we're going to take a quick pause, and we'll be back with the second half of this game. I'm MJ Graham, with me is Scotty Ramsey, and we will see you in a couple moments. Ready? Okay. Just about to come underway. Knights up with a 16-point lead, looking to extend their win streak to 3 on this frosty Sunday afternoon. Scotty, what are your keys to victory for the remainder of the game for the Knights?
Keep up that defensive intensity. Hope those threes keep falling. They've been falling at a good clip. The key to that, in my opinion, is keep the driving and finding the open man. Don't just hunt threes. And then got to cut out those risky passes.
The Knights 11 from 26 from beyond the arc, compared to 4 of 13 for Canadore. One thing that's keeping Canadore hanging around in this game is they are 12 of 19 from the line, compared to only 3 of 10 for the Knights. So that's a solid 7 points that I'm betting the Knights wish they had.
Those free throw woes continue to rear their ugly head, as they have over the past few games for Niagara.
The Knights coming into the second half, leading in assists and steals. So a lot of those hustle plays and a lot of those heads-up plays, making themselves felt for the Knights. Taking a look right now at the Knights bench as they get themselves ready to enter the second half. Leading scorer of the game for the Knights is Joseph Buckley. Just had a Chris Span who got hot early on. Contrastingly for Canadore, the leading scorer is Tienda, who you would think by feel that it would have been in Boncon, given how much he's been working down low, but Tienda with 12 compared to a Boncon's 9. Keyshawn White also has 9. And for the Knights making some differences, Skylar Samuel and Noah Lee. Noah Lee, the Knights Player of the Week. Having a great game once again. Joseph Buckley on the screen right now. Just about to get the gameplay underway as we take a look at the Panthers bench. Coach Hong talking to his team before things get started. Now for the Knights, this game is not crucial for their playoffs, but every win going forward is a step in the right direction. They are not necessarily going to be able to get to the 6th or 5th spot without a little bit of things falling in their favor, but they're doing themselves okay by doing well in this game so far. And with that buzzer, we're going to get things started. Panthers making their way onto the court. Lineup at the half for the Knights is Samuel, Buckley, Span, Moore, and Igbenghe. Panthers to inbound. Lay to inbound for the Panthers. And here we go. White gives it back to Lay. Lay swings the ball to Combs. Combs thinks about it to Bongon. Bongon gets his pocket picked. Buckley with the reverse. Nice little up right there. Long pass from the Panthers. Combs cannot get it to drop. Knights recover. Rebound by Moore.
Good challenge by Igbenghe there on that inside shot.
Moore gets the ball back in the backcourt. Moore drives on Combs. Combs with a reach and foul, I believe. Nice to inbound. Moore gives it to Igbenghe, who loses it. But it is off of a Boncon, so the Knights retain possession.
No idea why that pass was even attempted.
Bit of a deep pass for an inbound. You're correct, Scotty. Moore inbounds to Buckley. Buckley puts it right up. And it drops. Knights still shooting strong from the arc.
The ref said it was a long 2 there. Still a nice little catch and shoot from Buckley.
I'll take a made 2 over a missed 3.
Absolutely.
Knights almost get the rebound. Boncon, though, gets the drop-off pass, makes the bucket.
I've noticed that a few times with Niagara. They think the defense ends when the shot goes up, and no one's crashing the boards. They got to fix that.
Knights sometimes guilty of getting down the floor a little too quick. Buckley
feeling it.
That one was a try.
From the parking lot.
White to Lay. Lay. And ball ends up back up with White, who puts it up. Does not touch rim. Shot clock still going. The Boncon continuing to work down low.
Doing work in that paint.
Gets a sky hook to drop. Buckley.
Got to get a body on him down low.
Brings it up the floor. Wants a screen. That might have almost loses the ball. Igbenghe trying to crowd that rebound, does not. The Boncon brings it down the floor strong. Puts up a floater. Does not drop. Span with the enthusiasm foul.
That's what you want, though, down low. If you're going to commit a foul, make sure they don't get that and one.
And we've got Sienda at the line. First free throw drops.
Did a nice little fake high five with some imaginary teammates there.
Teammates that are there in spirit. Moore inbounds to Buckley. Buckley with some words for Moore. Sends it to Moore. Moore sends it to Span. Span right up. It goes.
They are feeling it tonight. The Panthers are in trouble.
We've discussed that the Knights can sometimes be up and down with their shooting. So far this evening, it's been almost all up. Sienda thinks about it. Puts it down low. Boncon swings it out to Lay. Lay does not get it to go. White puts it back up. Igbenghe corrals the rebound. Sends it down the floor to Buckley. Buckley gives more. Back to Buckley. The ball is off the Panthers. Knights retain possession.
I'd slow it down here if you're Niagara. See if you can get it into Igbenghe inside. See if you can use that weight difference.
No need to rush. Unless the lane clears.
Or just Buckley. Take it all the way to the rack.
Buckley finding the seam. Lay to White. Span goes for the steal, does not get it. Lay sends it to White, who bobbles it. Sienda. Three's long. Samuel gets it. Slows things down. Sends it to Benye. Benye puts it to Span. Span, heat check 3, does not drop.
Definitely a heat check there.
Sienda caught. Doesn't know where to go. Gives it to Combs. Puts up a distance 3. And K2, I think, took his eyes off the ball on that one.
Yep, was looking to probably make a pass up court and just
Bounced it off himself.
took his eye off the ball before he had it in his hands.
Panthers retain possession.
Look for Igbinhe to look for a look inside here.
Sienda at the top. Drives. Loses it. Swings it out to Bonkan. Bonkan to Sime. Off the feet of White, I believe. Knights barely retain that steal.
Buckley with a nice pass off the floor on his back.
Foul on the transition by the Knights on Buckley. And as we discussed earlier, Scotty, that's one you just want to let go.
Definitely, especially because that gives Buckley his third. Buckley's up over 20 points, sitting at 22. They want him on the floor, but with 3 fouls, coach is going to have to make a tough call right now.
Usually, Coach Hilton is pretty cautious with his players in foul trouble, but see what happens.
When you're having a game like that, coach tends to ride the hot hand, so Buckley might get a bit lucky here staying in.
Second free throw drops. Buckley bringing it up the floor. Keeping things slow. Benye sees the lane. Drives. It drops.
I want to see more of that tonight. That was a great drive.
Panthers almost throw it away. And I think we've got a charge.
Yep, Chris Span coming in there, drawing that charge.
I don't think he'd be ejected being known as Chris Smooth.
That is fair. He seems to be holding his wrist there after taking that charge. Hopefully he's okay.
And I think we have a timeout
Timeout, Canadore.
by Coach Hong, who wants to try and reset his team midway through this third quarter. Knights firmly in command, 76-52, with 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Story of this game, Knights 3 shooting. Currently they are sitting at 13 of 29 with 30 of 57 overall field goals, 52% shooting percentage.
Buckley and Span leading the way. 22 for Buckley, 17 for Span, respectively. Some great shooting nights from those two.
Points off turnover, still wide gap between the Panthers and the Knights. 18 for the Knights, 1 for the Panthers.
That good defense leading to instant offense, I'm telling you.
And speaking of good defense, 12 steals for the Knights, 1 for the Panthers so far this evening.
That's the story of the game right there.
Knights to inbound. We've got Carter Brown checking into the game. Along with Fisher Jackson. Lee swings it to Brown. Brown drives. Puts up a hope. Does not drop. Jackson, though, cleans up. Gets the foul.
Hopefully this half are the free throws for Niagara. Get cleaned up a little bit. Don't want to go 3 for 10 again.
Knights, despite being in the lead, have had a very tough night at the line, making their free throws drop. And that continues. Jackson missing his first. Shaking his head, he's not happy with that one. And however the second goes, got to be a little more pleased.
spoke to head coach Hilton after the last game, and he emphasized that free throws are a big part of what he does in practice. So you know he can't be happy right now.
Boncon driving, throws it away.
Gives it away.
Lee with a big pass. Span does not get it to drop. He was going for the foul there. He might want to take a pause and pump fake on that one, but still Knights ball.
And you think all the Knights were baseball players with all these throws they're doing.
They love the deep pass. Carter Brown puts up a tray, does not connect. Panthers bring up the ball. Sime handling the backcourt duties. Swings it to Menda. Menda back to Sime. Sime to Sienda. Sienda drives. Gives it out to Menda. Menda throws it away. And I think we have a defensive foul on the Panthers just there. Mesdor checks in for Span.
Yeah, Sienda picking up that foul.
Brown to inbound. Gives it to Lee. Knights keeping a nice and cautious pace. Brown pulls up, doesn't drop.
Ooh. That was definitely a missed call by the ref there. Moore got lucky on the missed over the back call.
Brown goes for steal, misses. And I believe that was White drawing the foul on Jackson.
Jackson just a little out of position there.
Foul on Niagara, number 34, Fisher Jackson.
Neither team in the bonus yet for this quarter. First free throw drops for White. And the second one drops as well.
Coming in for Niagara, number 8.
Panthers much better at the line this evening compared to the Knights. Brown to bring it to the floor. Doing a bit of a stutter step. Coming up the floor.
Got some fancy footwork there.
Mesidor puts up a three, does not drop. Sienda gets by Brown. Drops the ball off to Sime. Sime sends it to a Boncon, excuse me. Boncon gets it to the rack again. Lee bring the ball to the floor. Slows it down.
Boncon's just automatic from inside the key.
Man's a dangerous threat down in the paint. Lee attempts to drive, swings it up to Brown. Brown puts it up, does not drop. Boncon corrals the rebound, sends it up the floor to Sime. Sime gets it in. Mesidor bringing the ball across half court. Sends it to Darkwa. Darkwa to Lee. Lee sends it up, doesn't drop. And we have a foul on the play.
Looks like Niagara wants a timeout here.
Timeout, Niagara.
Coach Hilton playing it safe. Doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to reset with his team.
Panthers have cut the lead to under 20 again, so they are on a bit of a run here. Maybe he just wants to slow that down, get some momentum back on his team's side.
No need to let them back in the game. This evening, Joseph Buckley is currently still the Knights' leading scorer with 22 points. Behind him is Chris Span with 17. For the Panthers, Sienda and Boncon are their team's leading scorers at 16 and 15 respectively. And the Knights are still a very respectable 13 of 33 from beyond the arc, although that number was a little bit higher earlier on in the quarter.
Some questionable shots have brought the percentage down, but still hovering right around 40%, so that's nothing to sneeze at.
Panthers at 45%, but just not enough shots to make up the difference. As we're about to get things back underway.
Knights have 24 more shots than the Panthers.
No Lee at the free throw line. First one, good.
Noah Lee, probably one of the only players on the Knights where you don't really have to worry about his free throws.
Indeed, is the second one also good. Sime brings the ball up the court.
Knights back in a 2-1-2 zone here, all about movement and protecting the corners.
Menda drives, has nowhere to go. Gives it right to Lee. Thought about the big pass.
Snuck into that passing lane there. That's what the 2-1-2 is all about.
Lee finds some room.
Nice aggressive take to the rack, draws the foul.
Can't get the ball to go down, but he does pick up the foul.
Foul on Canadore, number 6, Keyshawn White. Coming in for Canadore, number 4 and number 1.
Lee looking to increase the free throw percentage for the Knights this afternoon. First one's good.
Lee now up to 13 points for the game.
Got a replay right there. See Lee in the deck. And the second one's also good. White brings the ball to the floor. Sends it to Lay. Lay puts it up. It's good. Panthers haven't made a whole lot of threes this afternoon, but that's one of them. Canadore brings the ball up. Canadore drops it off to Samuel. Samuel drives, loses it. And it looks like it is going to be Panthers ball. Knights still up by 20, 81-61. Lee, top of the mark, drops it off. And I think we have a foul, shooting foul on Darkwa.
Darkwa's got to be careful here.
Sending White to the line.
A little bit of talk back after that foul call. Some refs don't like that.
Knights. And we're going to have that foul coming up for you in a moment on the replay. Ball gets dropped. Knights just a little too enthusiastic with the defense there.
It was a nice block, but that follow through hit him in the head, and whenever you make contact with the head area, it's usually going to be a foul call.
Lee sends it to the offense. Sends it to Samuel. Samuel calling for a screen, gets it. Drops it down to Jackson. Jackson tries to get things to drop. Cannot. Panthers pushing the pace. Throw it away, but the Panthers recover.
Mezior a little too aggressive in that passing lane. Puts out of position in the zone, but then makes a nice recovery.
And Mezior trying to save that play, but couldn't quite. Believe he attempted to throw it off of Lay, but I think he nicked himself in the process. Conwell, excuse me. Spin move.
White with a nice spin move. Nice little finger roll at the rim.
Deep trade from Skyler. Panthers with the deep pass, almost lose it. And I think we're going to have a jump ball in the favor of the Knights.
Coach Hilton calling for a travel there.
Coach Hilton with some words for the referees on that one. I think the floor might need a little cleanup after a couple of bodies made contact with it.
After the jump ball, it will be possession for Niagara.
think that was unclear for a moment, but ref's getting all on the same page. Samuel to inbound to Lee. Nice. Still maintaining a nice even keel pace.
Yep, Lee setting up the offense, slowing things down.
Gets stuck. Passes to Mesidor. Mesidor puts up a three. Does not drop. Jackson saves it.
That was a nice save from Jackson.
Samuel puts another three up. Does not drop. Picks the pocket of Longo, but Panthers retain possession.
Just didn't have enough room along that sideline to pick it cleanly.
Okonkwo with the three.
Nice shot there.
Samuel inbound.
Okonkwo is starting to heat up.
Lee looking to get a screen from Jackson. Backs up. Doesn't use it. And calls again for a screen. Doesn't use it once more. Samuel drives but gets rejected. Bonton finds Longo. Darkwa with the rejection.
Trading blocks at the end. Bonton at the one end and then Darkwa on the other end saying no thank you.
Nice bench, loving that one. And we're going to take a look at that. Great block by Darkwa as Coach Hilton talks to him. Here we go. Darkwa sizes it up and says, "Not in my house."
Get that out of here, he said.
And we are making our way towards the fourth quarter. Knights with a commanding lead, 84-68. But as we've seen earlier on in the third, Coach Hilton not afraid to slow things down a little bit, make sure that his team doesn't get ahead of their proverbial skis. As we take a look at the Canadore bench. Canadore having a tough season, still looking for their first win, which is why you don't want to ever count them out. You never know when a team like that might just dangerously strike. Now we're taking a look at the Knights bench.
Absolutely right there, MJ. When they're playing with nothing to lose, it's just...
Say again. And we're going to take a look at one of the Canadore threes right now. A deep one at that. As Okonkwo sends it.
He's starting to heat up. They're going to have to put a body on him in the fourth unless they want it to be a closer game than it should be.
Panthers facing an uphill battle if they want to get back in this game. Whereas the Knights so far have been pretty smart with their lead. They haven't been pushing too hard to a point where they're giving the ball away in transition or sending careless shots, which is smart basketball on their part. Panthers about to inbound, the aforementioned Okonkwo. Set to make the inbound. Sends it to White, back to Okonkwo, puts up another three. That one not good.
That was a heat check for you right there.
Moore pushes the pace, drives. That one,
the ball.
That one got away from him. Speaking of bad transitions, the Knights give up 2 points right there.
That was a nice little Euro step from Longo.
Ben Hay down in the post, loses it.
As soon as he gets the ball, he's getting doubled every time.
And that is 2 straight transition points.
Panthers cut it to 12.
Little discussion going on with the refs. Not clear, but it seems as though it's settled. Scott Samuel bringing the ball up. Knights maintaining an even pace. They've been maintaining for a long time now. Ben Hayes sends it to Moore. Moore thought about it.
Moore wants the ISO.
Moore with the step back. And it is short. Panthers throw it away.
ill-advised pass there, trying to fit it in between two defenders. Needed it to be absolutely perfect, and it was not.
Great idea for the Panthers insofar as where they're at the game, but you're correct, Scotty, for the poor execution. Buckley crosses half court. Gives it back to Moore. Skylar Samuel calls for it. Swings it to Buckley. Buckley loses it for a second. Span puts it up and beats the shot clock, but the shot does not drop. And the ball is out on the Knights.
Span has gone a little cold since that nice shooting first half here. Second half has not been as effective.
Okonkwo setting things up, calls for a screen from Boncon, gets it, loses the ball for a second there, gives it to Sime. Sime tries to make something happen, gets doubled, and he throws it away. Span potentially with the flush, first of the game.
Defense to offense once again for Niagara, making it work in the transition.
Unlike Bang Hay earlier in the game, Span did not hesitate. And we're going to take a look at that. Coming up right here. So we got the Panthers who throw the ball away.
More in the passing lanes once again, really nice.
Buckley identifies Span, and Span takes it to the rack. Chris Span right there on your screens. Having a great game. Bit of a commentator's jinx on your part, Scotty, saying he was getting a little bit cold.
I was just talking about from the three-point line. The rest of his game has been solid all night.
Boncon with the screen.
Particularly on defense, as we see once again.
That was, in my estimation, a little bit of an excessive foul.
Ref might have called a flagrant there.
On the part of White. We'll see what the call is. And we're going to take a look at that replay.
Foul on Canadore, number 6, K. John White.
White with the definitely physical foul.
Yep, it was a flagrant call, unnecessary roughness per se on the Panthers there.
You can't help but feel as though the Panthers might have a little bit of frustration built up from not just the game, but the season. Span almost gets it to rattle in. Second one is good.
I'd be frustrated at 0-12 myself, MJ. So it's 2 shots in the ball for Niagara after that flagrant.
Niagara looking to maintain their commanding lead. More to inbound. Bring it to a Bang Hay. He likes to take it from the top of the key every now and again. Gets the rebound. That ball's pinball. Span with a 3. Doesn't drop.
They were playing some volleyball there.
Boncon to the lane.
Ooh.
Moore with the foul.
He's been taking it strong all night. Getting rewarded with some nice looks and some good foul calls.
That is a foul where either you don't want to commit it, just give up the 2, or you'd like to try and take a charge instead. But
just got caught out of position there a little bit. Happening so fast, didn't quite know what to do and made the wrong decision.
Boncon at the line. Makes it.
Man, Niagara would love to be shooting free throws like the Panthers tonight.
Niagara having a not great night from the line. And the second one also drops. Buckley takes the inbound.
Some light pressure from the Panthers up the court.
Moore swings it to Samuel, loses it. Dribbles it out of bounds.
Just a careless pass there.
I think Samuel started to look at the basket before we've had full control of the ball. Menda throws the ball off the feet of the Knights.
And I think we have a jump ball in favor of the Panthers. Nope, I was incorrect. It is going to be Knights' possession.
Some technical difficulties with the possession error over there.
Sandal to inbound. Lee bringing up the court. And K2 made his way outside of the gym. Hope he's okay. Buckley swinging to Samuel. Samuel cannot get the drop. Bene
Gets it blocked from behind.
goes up, but cannot get a call. He wants it though. Discussing with the ref.
Foul on Niagara, number 1, Skylar Samuel.
Nick Binhay telling the ref that was anything but the ball.
And that is Samuel's third foul.
Timeout, Canadore.
Panthers call the timeout. Down 13 with 6:47 left.
Niagara not in the clear just yet, but doing a good job of being consistent. They've really dialed back those crazy cross-court passes or deep-court passes.
Yep. Got to start running some more sets though. It doesn't really look organized on the offensive end.
Taking a look there at the Knights bench as they discuss things during the timeout called by Panthers coach Hong. We're taking now a look at the Panthers bench. Coach Hong drawing up some play for his Panthers, who are looking to get their first win of the season, which makes them a threat down the stretch, as I don't think they're going to be giving up anytime soon.
They've never been completely out of it all night. They've been behind, but they've kept scratching, kept clawing, and they're in a position to make a comeback and win this game if Niagara's not careful.
If Niagara can string together a couple good offensive possessions, they can ice this game. Panthers to inbound. White bringing it across half court. Gets a screen from Abancon. Swings it to Okonkwo. Three drops.
Another deep three from Okonkwo. Just, you got to get a hand in his face. Sloppy passing once again.
Knights almost throwing it away. And I think we have a defensive foul. Ref at the scoring table, clearing things up.
I think we might have had a clock issue.
And I believe we have Concourse 3 coming back for you. So we look at White, swings it, and Okonkwo with the deep three. It's good.
You know what they say, hand down, man down.
Buckley with the inbound that does not quite connect, but
I don't know why they keep throwing it to Igbinhe on these inbound passes.
Benhay perhaps not the man you want receiving that inbound pass. Still nice ball though. Span, gets the ball, take defense from Combs. Loses it, almost gets it back. And I think it's going to be Panthers possession, yes.
Yes, it will, but that was a good job by Span to allow the jump ball there instead of just getting the turnover. So now the possession goes back to Niagara on the next jump ball, so a little silver lining.
White. Gets the ball across half court. Gets a screen on Bongon. Almost loses the ball, recovers, sends it to Combs. Combs gets bailed out by the Knights.
Foul on Niagara, number 1, Skylar Samuel.
The Knights just unable to keep hands straight up there, playing for the ball, and it cost them with that foul call.
That will be Skylar's 4th foul of the evening. He's probably going to take a seat.
And the Panthers are not a team you want to send to the line tonight, at least, just knocking them down.
And I think we have Mezzanine checking in for Samuel, who, if he makes another appearance this game, it's only going to be down the late stretch. Buckley advances the ball, gets a scoop from Benhay. Benhay, the ball, finds room, can't quite make it drop. Boncon thinks about it, drives, spins.
He's just been automatic.
Timeout, Niagara.
Timeout by Coach Hilton. Wants to talk things over after a bit of a run by the Knights, or by the Panthers, excuse me. Panthers within striking distance. And this has been a bit of a reoccurring theme for the Knights. They've had trouble closing out games at times. And I think we got a replay right here. Big Bang trying to take things to the rack.
Just not a good move in between 4 defenders.
And now we've got Boncon's drive to the lane with a tough shot.
It really was, and then I don't know what exactly happened to him, but he is still down in some considerable discomfort.
Hopefully he's all right. We got Banghay there on the bench, who's been playing hard all game. One of the real hustle players of the Knights this season when he's been in. A veritable junkyard dog, as one might say, when it comes to his hustle under the net.
Looks to be an ankle injury.
Banghay checking to see if everything's okay. Taking a look right now at the Panthers bench as they're discussing things. Panthers not out of this one yet. Looking to make a push.
Only down 6.
Boncon, their leading scorer. Right behind him is Sienda and White with 19, 16, and 15 respectively for the Knights. Buckley's leading scorer at 22 points for the game. Span has 20. And behind him is Noah Lee, who we've not seen in a minute, but he's going to be making an appearance down the stretch in a little bit. Now, one of the stories of the evening has been, as you've mentioned before, Scotty, the free throws for the Knights. If they were a little bit better, they would be in the clear or near about it by now.
Yeah, they've left 9 points on the board, going 50%, 9 of 18, which is just honestly kind of just abysmal.
Comparatively speaking, for the Panthers, they are 24 of 31 with 77%. Turnovers, though, for the Panthers, real killer. They've committed 19 to the Knights 7. And that shows up also in steals, where the Knights have managed to pull off 16 to the Panthers 2.
That's really been the game there, because if you just look at the shot amount differences, 50 shots for the Panthers to 77 for Niagara. So Niagara's just had 27 more possessions. And I don't care how efficient you are, if you give the team 30 more shots, it's going to be really hard to win that game.
Play about to resume. And on the floor for the Knights is Noah Lee, Carter Brown, Joseph Buckley, difference Banghay, and Chris Span. With a little under 5 minutes left in the game. Lee with the ball. Facing some pressure.
The Panthers pressing hard in the full court now instead of just the soft pressure it's been recently.
Buckley thought about a deep three there for a second.
Thought about it again.
Span to Buckley, who's got room. Pass a little too high. Lee puts up a shot. Does not drop. And Noah Lee does not agree that was Panthers ball.
Definitely disagrees with that call there. You can see it all over his face.
Panthers to inbound. White to initiate the offense.
Panthers playing with some pace, down 6 here.
2-possession game. Deep three, big bounce. Panthers recover. Sime drives the lane, puts up a shot, does not make rim. And bang hang, like I said before, making those hustle plays under the rim.
Definitely. Okonkwo was looking for that second chance points opportunity, and a big hang was just saying, no, I'm not letting go.
Brown to inbound. Once again, facing pressure in the backcourt. Gets it across the line. Drives with space, kicks it.
Nice drive and kick there. Couldn't finish it off, though.
Sime.
And then just a lazy foul from Bowen.
As we've said before, and we'll say again, at some points you gotta let go. And we're gonna take a look at replay right here. Transition attempt. And you can see the contact made.
Buckley had good positioning, and then Brown just came in, and I don't know what he was thinking there.
You prefer they went for the charge or no foul at all, but
And the Panthers just continue to knock down free throws.
Knights being a bit of their own worst enemy at the moment. Second free throw is good.
Panthers now with 14 more free throws than Niagara.
Panthers also almost in the bonus, whereas the Knights have only picked up one foul. Yeah, make that two.
There's your second.
And Caden Moore is about to check back in
Coming in for Niagara, number 2, Caden Moore.
the game. As Carter Brown exit. Niagara inbound. Buckley finds Span. Span puts it up. It is long, and I think we have an offensive foul
Yes, we do.
on Noah Lee, which puts the Panthers, I believe, in the bonus.
I'm going to have to brush up on my rule book here, because I was under the impression that loose ball and offensive fouls didn't count towards the bonus, but Sienda shooting 2.
Cut you some slack for your first game, Scotty. Free throw is good. And as you mentioned before, Panthers punishing the Knights at the free throw line.
Just absolutely punishing.
Second free throw does not drop, but the Panthers corral it, almost lose it. Sime puts it up, and it is off Knights. Panthers ball.
Just a 3-point game now with 4 minutes to play.
Knights offensively have gone a bit stagnant. Panthers almost lose that ball. And Longo puts up a shot, does not drop.
Good shot contest from Lee there.
Buckley almost loses that one.
These long passes are just not smart.
Lee drives, kicks it to Buckley. Buckley can't get to drop.
Not enough legs under that shot.
Okonkwo gives it to White. White drives. White loses it almost. And shot does not drop. But there is an offensive foul on Sienda. Knights possession.
Kind of a wrong place, wrong time foul call there for Sienda. Not really his fault. He just...
Yeah. For the Knights, in these last couple minutes, it might be worth considering not trying to put up threes and maybe just get some consistent twos to drop.
Yeah, definitely.
I understand that those dagger threes feel great, but sometimes they're ill-advised.
Definitely. If it's an open shot, take it, but don't force anything. Take some time off the clock. That was a good take.
Buckley 1. Count it.
Nice strong take to the rim. That's what you want when the game is on the line.
That's a three-point play right there, folks. And I think we're going to take a look at that.
Foul, Canadore number 5.
Buckley gets ahead of steam, identifies the lane,
Just a nice strong take.
finishes strong, gets the call. And now the Knights are almost in the bonus, which is much further away than they were a few moments ago. Free throw drops from Buckley. Panthers advance the ball. Buckley gets a hand on that one. And that one is thrown away. Combs, I think, dribbled it out.
Just some careless execution from the Panthers right now. Not what you want when you're trying to make a comeback.
Buckley advancing the ball. Calling for, I thought, a screen, but he just gives it to Moore instead. Moore drives, hands it off to Lee. Lee puts up a 3. That is short. Combs with the ball to Okonkwo. Okonkwo drives. Gets it to the rim.
Nice take by Okonkwo there.
Niagara's got to play it smart. They do not need to rush things.
Take some time off the clock there.
Buckley driving.
Nice take by Buckley.
Second finish at the rim in about a span of a minute and a half. And that was a successful charge taken by Chris Spann. Gotta love that. Got his feet set, identified where things were going.
Coming in for Niagara number
You know what?
1, Skylar Sidwell.
Pardon me, that was not a charge by the part of Spann. That was a defensive foul.
Bit of a questionable block call there.
And I believe we're gonna take a look at that. I thought his feet were set.
They looked pretty set to me. Bit of a little twist there at the end. I think that's what the ref called.
Noah Lee with the ball. 2-possession game. Lee drives. Combs tries to pick his pocket. Knights throw it away. And with that, I think we're going to see a timeout for the Knights.
You have to take one here.
Because they are in a dangerous position right now. And like we said many times over the course of this broadcast, just because Canadore is 0-12 doesn't mean they're necessarily not competitive.
If anything, that makes them more competitive. When you're playing with nothing to lose, you put it all out there. Sometimes you try things that you wouldn't normally try.
And we see there the Panthers steal and successful transition bucket by Combs to bring this lead down to not a whole lot. Is 92-89 for the Knights. The Panthers are in the bonus. The Knights are almost in the bonus. These next couple sequences crucial for the Knights, who'd like to continue their win streak and stretch it out to 3. Taking a look right now at the Panthers bench. They, of course, as we mentioned, are seeking their first win of the season. Coach Hilton still discussing things with his team. Using all of the timeout and then some change as the Panthers make their way back onto the floor. Niagara's now make their way back onto the floor.
The Panthers now with 18 more free throws than the Knights.
Knights probably wish they had a little more time in practice spent on free throws. Moore with the ball, brings it up. Swings it to Lee. Lee swings it to Buckley. Buckley uses a screen from Ben-Hay. Buckley almost gets caught in a double. Throws it across court to Samuel. Samuel drives, puts up a floater. Ben-Hay cleans it up, gets 2.
With the big boy moving, Ben-Hay put some muscle down low.
Combs loves to gamble on those steals right now. Air ball. Combs with a bit of a trick shot right there.
Right place, right time, right under the rim there. Nice finish down low for the second chance points.
Buckley looking for a call, does not get it. Panthers almost throw it away. We've got a whistle on the play.
Injured Panther in the backcourt.
Not quite sure what the whistle was.
It was the
Bit of confusion on the floor right here as things get sorted out.
I believe the whistle was for the injury.
It appears to be Panthers' possession. Lucky break for the Knights to kill that momentum. Panthers to inbound. Okonkwo with the inbound. 3-point game.
Just want some straight up good defense here, no hands.
Buckley with the steal.
What a strong finish from Buckley.
Important bucket for the Knights. Gets the lead back up to 5. Panthers got to make a 3 right here. Get it 2, it helps.
Need a stop now from the Panthers if they have want any shot.
Noah Lee bringing it up the floor. Not rushing things, not pushing too strongly.
Draining some time off that clock.
Buckley with the ball.
7 on the shot clock.
Panthers not electing to foul. And that, folks, is a clutch shot from Caden Moore, K2.
That was a nice looking floater there. Nice high point release.
Interesting sequence there by the Panthers. They had a foul to give. You would have thought they would have made it, but seemingly Coach Hong did not request. As the Knights are in a position now, firmly, to get that 3-game win streak. Panthers, though, not entirely out of it. Both teams discussing their final few plays coming up. Taking a look right now at the Panthers bench. Panthers doing an admirable job of staying in it. And as we have seen all evening, their free throw is really the big difference for them.
Absolutely. Just down 26 at one point.
And we're going to take a look at a replay right now. That is Buckley finishing strong at the rim.
After a nice steal, getting in those passing lanes yet again, just playing through contact right there. Absolutely beautiful finish.
Play about to resume. As we look at the other half of that sequence, the Panthers' response. Little floater right there. Noah Lee on your screen. One of the standout players these last couple games. Panthers to inbound. This has got to be a 3 if they want to stay in this one. It's got to be a fast one at that.
Look for Okonkwo to get it back.
Sadly, it doesn't work out for them, although it is still their possession. Surprised that 3 didn't go up, given the time on the clock. That really should have been a 2-second shot at most.
I agree with that. Taking a lot of time off the clock to get this shot off.
Knights in a position to close out. Panthers leading time on the clock. And that should be game right there. So, Knights with the victory, 98-93. 3rd win in a row here at the Simply Financial Athletic Center.
Yeah.
Scotty, what are your takeaways from the game?
It was a good game all around. They led wire to wire, never gave up the lead. There were some tricky parts in there, especially with the free throws and letting them back in at the end, but their defense came through, especially Buckley with that clutch steal and lay-in at the end, and defense really made a difference in this one, in my opinion.
Knights still with a couple games left in the season. And before we wrap things up, as always, I'd like to take a quick moment to thank our production team who makes all the magic possible for this broadcast. On the screen right now, we see the Knights and the Panthers exchanging their very sportsmanlike shake of the hands. And we're going to take a quick look at that K2 icing shot. Maybe a buttercream icing, who knows?
I prefer a vanilla.
So we see Buckley there, swinging the ball to Lee.
Just some good patience there, knowing you have all the time, and then just a nice solid floater right there. Good extension, good form.
K2 great with those mid-ranges.
He is surgical, yes indeed.
Tough loss for the Panthers. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and say, have a great evening, everybody. This has been MJ Graham alongside me, Scotty Ramsey, and we will see you at the next night's basketball game.